I've learned you have to do like a mic check a little bit to get the screen going, and then just as we're about to do the mic check, you got James going, achoo! It's awesome. What's up, James?
He didn't sneeze. He's hanging out. Say hi. Wave to the camera. Wave to the world.
Look at that stare.
What?
Like, what up, world? What's going on? What do you got going on?
He's like, what's going on? I don't know.
Awesome.
What's going on?
All right. Good morning, Hauppauge High School community. It is wonderful to see you again. Today is Wednesday, May 27th. 23 official school days left until June 26th. There is 42 calendar days, 76th day away from students. And we're at the end of May. At the end of May. Wild. Totally wild. A couple quick notes. So put out a message on Friday about graduation, reiterated some of our expectations and our desires last night related to graduation and end of year events for seniors at the board meeting. Had a chance to talk with the board and then share with the community a little bit more directly as well there. So check those two things out. We will be putting out announcements, maybe even in the morning meeting space, to keep things simple over the next couple of days around what it means for logistics for seniors. And then related to other end of the year stuff, students just keep grinding. We see you working. We see all the good efforts you're putting forth. Keep going. It's very inspiring, very impressive. And we are approaching June. Here we come. The end is in sight. The end of the 1920 school year is in sight. We know it's been one like none other. So thank you. Without further ado, we'll jump in, have people come on, say what's up. Joe, go for it.
Morning, Hauppauge. Happy Wednesday. Yes. Hope everyone enjoys the day. And yeah, that's it.
Joy.
Good morning, Hauppauge High School and Hauppauge community. It's great to be with you this morning. It's the highlight of my day.
Christy.
Good morning, Hauppauge High School. Hope you guys are all doing well.
Lovely. And Maria.
Good morning, everybody. Just waiting for the fog to burn off. It's supposed to be an absolutely gorgeous afternoon. I hope everybody goes outside and enjoys it.
Thank you, Maria. That's good news. Sure we'll hear a little bit more about that burning off in just a moment, but that's good news. I was worried about today a little bit. So, all right. So I think not a lot more to get the morning kicked off here. We will jump into the correspondence reports in just a moment. And we will have trivia with Joe Whitehorse leading the way. I'm going to be curious if he tries to answer his own questions. That'll be a question that we'll see as we come up here. If he can resist answering his own questions, we will see. Joe, with the sports report.
I will do my best, Chris. I will do my best to not do that. Considering I have the answers in front of me, it wouldn't be fair.
That's true.
But I tried to pick questions I think I knew the answers to. But anyway, off track. We'll do a quick short report today without trivia, just because trivia will be coming. But what happened in sports? So we had a pretty big news sports day yesterday, actually. I've been talking about this NHL plan that they had to have 12 teams from each conference come back into 2 hub cities and do a 24-team playoff, basically. That was approved and announced yesterday. So that's going to happen. We don't have a start date or cities yet. They're still working on what are the hub cities. I've heard Las Vegas. I've heard Calgary. There's Chicago. There's a few other options for teams, but that looks like that's going to be happening sometime in July. We'll have a first round best of 5 series most likely, and then a normal Stanley Cup playoff, which also means next season will probably be pushed back to start in December or January. So we'll see. And in the NBA, Major League Baseball the owners proposed a financial comeback plan for players that included, it's very interesting. It included higher pay cuts for the highest paid players and normal salaries for the lowest paid. And my thought of them doing that is they're trying to get the biggest support to vote it in to start the league. So basically, a player like Garrett Cole, who's supposed to make $36 million this year, they were going to play 82 games, so he would have made about $18 million. But now with the prorated salaries, he'd probably be making around $9 million.
Wow.
Whereas a player who's making the league minimum of around $500,000 will probably be making close to what they should be getting for an 82 game season. So it's interesting to see how that plays out. I'm sure it's part of a negotiating process, but baseball hopefully will be coming back soon.
That is fascinating.
Yeah. Not much on tonight either, but on this day in history in 1968, the cities of Montreal and San Diego were given baseball franchises as the league expanded. And on this date in 1994 in hockey, the New York Rangers, who I'm not a fan of, but this was a big year for Ranger fans, beat the Devils 4-3 in the Eastern Conference Finals to make it to the Stanley Cup, which they eventually won that year. So that's it for sports. Back to you, Chris, and over to Joy.
Thank you. Joy.
So today is a couple of very cool days about inventors. In 1930, a guy by the name of Richard Gurley Drew invented, it was called cellophane tape or invisible tape. We know it better as Scotch tape. So that was invented in 1930. Can you imagine how much money that this guy made over the years? Wow, with the patent. And then in 1905, an 11-year-old boy named Frank Epperson was outside on his porch, and he was mixing water with a white powdered flavor to make soda. His mother calls him in for dinner. Little Frank forgets this small little bucket with a stick in it and goes inside. And wouldn't you know it, they had a frost overnight, and this little mixture froze with the stick in it. Years later, in 1922, Frank Epperson introduced his treat at a fireman's ball where it was a huge success. It was a frozen drink on a stick. Well, he then, in 1924, introduced it to a carnival and called it the Epsicle Ice Pop. Later, it became known as the Popsicle. The first flavor ever was the grape popsicle, and the last Wednesday in May is dedicated to the Grape Popsicle Day. So today, get together with your kids, any juice that you have in the house, put it in a paper cup, put some kind of stick in it, whether it's a popsicle, it's a straw, or a wooden spoon. Stick it in your freezer overnight and have a great invention tomorrow and enjoy the popsicle. And today, last but not least, is Senior Health and Fitness Day. So this afternoon, when the fog burns off, get your sneakers on. Adults, get out there and move. Have a great day.
All right, and enjoy those popsicles, everybody. Christy with the weather.
Hi, good morning. Sunrise day was 5:25. Sunset tonight is 8:14. Right now it's 64 degrees outside with an 84% humidity. So it's a little muggy out there. It's going to be cloudy most of the day, highs of 72 a little later on.
Nice. And Maria, what's for dinner?
Well, before I talk about dinner tonight, let me just tell you something. So yesterday, I'm making these chicken cutlets, I'm grilling them with, the mango marinade. And I'm thinking about your dinner, Mr. Cook.
Mm.
And I was kind of like, you know what? These chicken cutlets are just not going to work. I hope your dinner was wonderful.
It was. The manicotti was wonderful, wonderful.
We did have chicken cutlets last night because that's what I made. So therefore, I got up this morning early, and we're gonna have stuffed shells tonight. Yeah, I just kept thinking about it. I was like, you know what? Let's have some stuffed shells. I had the ingredients, so it's all good.
Yeah. Well, to top off the dinner last night, Maria, my father-in-law actually made the base of the manicotti, the the flour and the kind of pancakey element that went around. So it was 100% homemade sauce. Well, except for the cheese. He didn't make the cheese, I guess. But yeah, he made the pancake part of it as well, or the shell part of it as well. So
Does he use a machine? Does he use a hand crank machine, or he rolls it out? What's he do?
I think they use a machine, but I don't know. They were we're not eating together, so we dropped off the tray. So I didn't. I would have asked the question in person. I haven't had a chance to circle back to him other than to just give a shout out here and say thank you. But I'll ask him. I'll get that answer by tomorrow morning when we come back.
Yeah, I have a hand crank machine.
Nice.
That I use. I usually just make noodles and stuff with it. Actually, when I was 12, my father got me it as a birthday present, and I didn't really know what to do with it. And my mother was like, you know what? Just say thank you and put it away. You'll use it one day. And I do use it now. But I remember being a teenager going, what am I doing with this thing?
Wait, so you've had the same hand crank machine?
Yeah, yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and actually, my mother had a machine, and my mother had Alzheimer's. So she had a machine, and hand crank one, different one than mine. And when she passed away, one of my daughters had wanted it. They were like, we have grandma's, spaghetti machine. But they didn't get it because, she must have stuck it in water and it was all like rusted inside and stuff.
Yeah.
And it all, because you can't put that thing in water. And she must have done that. So they didn't get it. But however, when Joanna got married, like a year ago, when we had the shower, I got her machine for her as a shower gift, along with all the attachments and stuff that you can get with it. So she has her own hand crank machine now, and she's very happy.
Awesome.
Yeah, her and husband use it.
Beautiful. We're gonna have to have a homemade pasta or homemade whatever kind of competition at some point, Maria. That's awesome. I am astounded that you got it at 12, and so you've had it about 17 years. You're 29, right, Maria?
I'm going to be 29 in November.
Oh, got it. So only 16 years. So it's not that you got many years ahead of using that machine. Well, thanks for that story. That's good stuff. Joe, take us into trivia for the day. Oh, is that the sponsor of the day, Joe? Is that the sponsor for today?
The Puffs are going to have to be the sponsor because that's the only thing that's going to stop him from yelling right now because he's definitely in babble mode. So he might interrupt trivia, which will only add an extra element to this that will make it more challenging for you. So here are the rules. Okay, listen carefully to the protocol. We have 5 categories, of which I will let you know of before we start. We're going to go in order alphabetically on turn. So I'll start with Chris. All you'll have to do when it's your turn is pick the category, and then you pick a point value, 1 through 5. 1 being the easiest question in the category, 5 being the hardest. I can tell you the 5-point questions are really hard, so I don't know if you'll get them, but I would love for you to challenge yourself if you could. 1 I think is pretty easy, and I tried to average it out as I went through. So does anyone have any questions before we begin?
Yes. How long did it take you to put this together? Because what I'm hearing is you have 25 questions queued up right now.
It took me about 25 minutes, I would say.
All right, good.
When I was teaching, I used to Jeopardy was my review master game, so I've been doing this for a very long time. So
got it. Okay, so right into a regular system. Well done. Well done.
So here are the categories. The categories are sports, history and geography, cooking, cheese, and potpourri.
I love your categories.
Can you say those one more time? Because I got lost at potpourri.
I can type them into the chat if you need me to, but it's sports, history and geography. That's 1 category. Cooking, cheese, and potpourri.
Nice.
Potpourri could be anything for those of you that have never watched Jeopardy before. Chris, you are going to go. So the way it's going to work, Chris is going to choose the questioning category. He has the opportunity to get it, but if he gets it wrong, any of you can steal for half the point value. I just made that up now.
Nice.
That'll be fun.
I'll go sports for 300,
Okay.
Joe.
The question is, how many teams in the 4 major sports play their home games in New York State?
Oh, that's a great question.
I know.
Sabres, Bills, no, Knicks, Islanders, Mets, Yankees, Rangers. I think I screwed up the counting. I'm going to go with 9.
That's incorrect. Would anyone like to steal? You have 5 seconds. Time's
I'll go
up.
with 12.
Incorrect. The correct answer is 8. You had the Sabres in hockey, the Islanders and the Rangers. So you have 3 in hockey. You have 1 in football, the Bills. You have 2 in baseball and 2 in basketball.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Interesting.
Joy, you're up.
I'll go with history and geography for 300,
Okay.
please.
Question is, which 2 countries share the longest national border?
Which share the longest national border?
That's right.
United States and Canada.
That is correct, Joy Ferrara, for 3 points. Oh, we'll make it 300. Let's make it exciting. We're just going to add hundreds because why not? The points don't matter. All right. Christy,
Cheese.
you got to pick a point value, Christy. Come on.
Cheese for 300.
All right. Which month is National Dairy Month?
July.
That is incorrect.
Dairy in the summer is gross. I mean, come on. Why would milk in the summer?
The cows
You have 4
outside.
seconds to steal. Joy,
I'm going to say March.
that is also incorrect. The correct answer is June. So you were close. Would have been a good guess. The reason I put that question in is because a couple days from now, that's going to be your wheelhouse.
Okay, thank you.
Maria,
Yes. Potpourri for 100.
that was not where I thought she would go.
I know, but
All right, Maria, what does the www stand for in a website?
www.
That's right.
Oh, geez. I should know this. You can
Chris is cheating.
Go ahead, Joy. I saw your hand up.
Is it World Wide Web?
That is correct, Joy. I'm going to give you 50 points for that. That's half of the point value of 100. Nice try, Maria. And thank you, Chris, for typing in the answer. Chris, you're back up.
Sports for 400.
For 400. What famous horse won the Triple Crown in 1973?
Oh my gosh, Secretariat?
That's correct.
Wow, what a guess.
Correct. There's a movie about Secretariat, I believe.
Yeah,
That came out
that's-
2 years
I
ago.
haven't seen it yet. It came out?
That's a Disney movie, and it's on Prime Plus right now. Disney Plus.
Oh, there you go. There's another fun fact. All right, Joy, you're up. Joy is in the lead right. Oh no, actually, Chris just took the lead with that.
I'm
but-
going to, I'll go with history and geography for 200, Alex.
Okay. Tanks were used for battle for the first time in which conflict?
Tanks, World War II.
That is incorrect.
Oh, come on.
Incorrect. Would anyone like to steal? To gain 100.
World War One.
You can't steal your own incorrect answer. But that would have been correct. I can no longer award point values. World War I was the correct answer. All right. Christy.
Huh. I thought it
Cooking
was
for 500.
Cooking for 500. What is the main ingredient in falafel?
Eggs.
Oh, did you run out of puffs? Say that again?
Eggs.
That is incorrect. Joy.
Lamb.
Also incorrect.
What was the question again?
The main ingredient in falafel.
Is that
Chickpeas.
chickpeas?
Chickpeas is correct.
Ugh.
I could give you, since there were a couple incorrect ones, I'll give you 200 for that, Chris. We're good. Maria.
Yeah, okay, I'll do cooking for 100.
How many fluid ounces are in a cup?
8.
That's correct. Maria on the board. All right. Chris.
Sports for 500. Did I do 500 yet?
You have not. Sports for 500. What is the highest number retired by the New York Yankees? Highest would be like 1 to 99, 99 being the highest. The highest number retired.
52.
That is incorrect. Would anyone like to steal? 5, 4.
70.
Incorrect.
84.
Also incorrect. The correct answer was 51. Bernie Williams.
That's what I thought. Bernie's number was 52. I screwed that.
CC Sabathia was 52. He did not retire. They did not retire his number. They probably will at some point.
I bet Sabathia gets it. He had a decade of solid World Series.
Yep, he'll get it at some point. Bernie Williams did, so he will. So you were
the right guy. Wrong number.
I heard the 50, and I was like, oh, almost. All right. Joy.
Let's go history 500.
History 500. Who was the 11th president of the United States of America?
Andrew Jackson.
That is incorrect. Any steals?
Oh,
James Adams.
Oh, wait. Can I come back?
Let's see if someone else can get it first.
I said James Adams.
Maybe like John Tyler or something like that.
You're pretty close.
Canoe and Tyler too. No, James Polk.
James K. Polk. That's right. James K. Polk, our Western expansion aficionado. The only reason I knew that
Destiny.
because of They Might Be Giants. There's a whole song about him. All right, Christy.
Cooking for 200.
Cooking for 200. What is it called when you submerge meat in a salt solution?
Brine.
That's correct. Christy gets 200.
Nice.
All right. Maria.
Yes. All right. So what's kind of left in cooking?
You could do 300 or 400.
300's good.
Okay. What is which nut is used to make marzipan?
How?
I have no clue.
It's Maria's clue. Maria does not have it.
No,
Chris,
no.
Sharon,
What?
did you say something, or do you want me to
I
go
said I have no clue.
I have a guess, but Joy had her hand up, so we'll go with her first.
Okay, go ahead, Joy.
Almond.
Yeah, I think
That
she's
is
right.
correct. 300.
Is it?
Joy, you're gonna get 150 for that.
I
Cool.
think Joy just stepped in the lead. Uh-oh.
So through 3 rounds, Chris is still in the lead with
All right.
100.
Potpourri for. Wait, is it my turn?
Yes.
Yeah. Potpourri for 400, Joe.
Potpourri for 400. According to Greek mythology, who was the first woman on Earth?
Athena.
That is incorrect. Joy?
Medusa.
Also incorrect.
Oh, wait.
3, 2.
Venus.
No. The correct answer was Pandora.
Yeah.
Pandora. Good choice, though. Joy?
What's left in potpourri?
You have 2, 3, and 5.
Okay, 300 potpourri.
Okay. Which popular singing group had a singer with the name Mel B? Mel B.
Boys to Men. I don't know.
That is incorrect. Shout it out if you know.
Wasn't it Spice Girls? Wasn't that?
That is correct.
Oh my God. So
She's-
Chris
she's-
watches Spice Girls.
She's one of the hosts of America's Got Talent. It was It's like 2 shows I watch: America's Got Talent, American Idol.
Don't try to justify it with a current show. We know you listen to the Spice Girls.
Is that what's coming through those headphones?
I grew up in the 90s. Like, come on, that's when it was happening.
You did. Come on.
I think that Clinton did for me then, though.
We'll do your favorite Spice Girls song, but we'll get to that later.
I don't even.
Christy.
What are they?
I'll go cheese for 200.
Cheese for 200. What is the most popular cheese dish in the United States?
Cheese dish? Macaroni and cheese.
Say that again?
Macaroni and cheese.
That's correct. 200 for Christy. That's according to a poll. All right, Maria.
Yes, sir.
You're up.
Yep. Potpourri for whatever's left.
Well, we have two. We have 200 or 500.
Let's do 500.
Okay. On the periodic table, which element has an atomic weight of 1.00794?
That's ridiculous.
Really?
I remember it.
What is that? AG?
That is incorrect.
Nope. Okay. What is that? Silver?
Ag, I believe, is silver. Yes.
Silver. Yeah.
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen is correct.
There you go, chemistry teacher. There you go.
I'm glad I got that right. I taught for 14 years.
Yeah, that would have been bad. All right. So at the current moment, Chris is in the lead. We have probably time for one more round. What do you think, Chris?
Let's do it. And then, yeah, let's just do it. Thanks, Maria, for hanging out. I appreciate it.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, what do we got? Just pick a question, Joe. It doesn't matter.
Okay, I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you history and geography for 400.
Sounds good.
Chris, where is the Sea of Tranquility located?
Oof. India.
That is incorrect. Joy.
On the moon.
That is correct. It is the moon.
I think she might have just taken that over.
I think she just took the lead from you.
Unbelievable.
By 50. But you could still win. Joy.
What's left?
Pick a category and I'll tell you.
Is anything left in history?
Yeah, but only for 100. Do you want that question?
Okay, so not to be competitive, but how many points do I need to win the game?
Well, can't necessarily tell you that because there's still Christy and Maria left, and
All
Chris
right, well,
could steal.
okay.
And if you get this wrong, Chris could steal, and he would, inch closer. So Christy's not far behind. You like water,
okay.
Huh? Okay.
I'm worried about another Spice Girls question, though, in potpourri.
There are no other Spice Girls questions.
Okay. What's left in potpourri, Joe?
I'll give you the only question left in potpourri for 200.
For how much?
200.
Go ahead, go.
What is the tallest breed of dog in the world?
I want to say greyhound.
That is incorrect. Would anyone like Christy? Raise your hand. Also incorrect. Chris.
I have 2. I'm going to go with Newfoundland.
Incorrect. Maria, you want to try?
Yeah, what was the question again? I'm sorry.
The tallest dog breed in the world.
The tallest dog breed?
That's right.
So the greyhound? No.
That is incorrect. That was guessed. It's the Great Dane. The Great Dane.
Yeah.
Also known as the pony.
There you
go.
All right, 2 more turns. Christy.
The Irish wolfhound.
Yeah.
I'll go with cooking for 400.
Cooking for 400. Which country did the bagel originate from?
United States.
That is incorrect. Chris?
Israel?
Incorrect. Joy or Maria? 3, 2. Right, Joy?
Poland.
Poland is correct.
I think she was after the time.
I think so too.
No, we couldn't hear me because of James.
Oh, sorry.
Let's see.
Yay.
All right. That would normally be, where was my point there?
400.
Yeah. All right. 200. Maybe 200. We'll see how the points shake out. Maria, last turn. Go bold.
What do you got? What do you got for me?
Do you want me to give you the hardest question I have left? That's also.
Absolutely.
All right. James. Almost done, buddy. All right. Here we go. What gives cheddar cheese its yellow color?
Cheddar cheese. You know, I went to the Wisconsin Cheese Factory too, in Wisconsin. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Any steals?
Christy's ready.
Christy.
Yeah.
Iron?
That is incorrect. Joy.
Does it have something to do with the kind of milk they use?
No.
Use yellow cows.
Yeah. What about mold? Is it the mold in the cheese?
No. There are no hints. Is this your answer?
I don't know.
That's
I
okay.
want to phone a friend.
You can phone a friend. Who are you going to phone? All right, time's up.
How about
Grace
carrots?
Konzik. I'm phoning Grace Konzik. If you're watching, tell me why
What do you think, carrots?
cheddar is yellow.
The correct answer is annatto seed. ANNATTO seed.
Wow.
That was my second choice.
They originally did it. I forget. I was reading on it yesterday, just doing some research for the games, and they did it for a reason to match the color of another thing, but I forgot. So anyway, all right. Here's a little bit of controversy. Chris has 750. Joy has, if we count that steal from before, Joy would have 850. We'll have to decide as a committee if we're going to count that steal for 200. Christy has 650 and Maria with 100. So
I think you count it.
All right. So today's
Let's
winner is.
have it. How about if we just call it a tie?
No way. We have winners here. It's one or the other.
I'm with Joe. You won today, Joy. We'll get you tomorrow.
Joy wins.
Whenever we do this again.
Next time I'll have a final question that'll determine any ties if we need to.
That's a good idea. That was
Well
fun,
done,
Joe.
Joe.
Thank you.
Well done. Tomorrow's agenda, we haven't done one of these. Like, it's kind of, I don't know if Bill Simmons runs a kind of podcast network website called theringer.com. They have the thing called the rewatchables, where they like kind of quickly go back and critique things that have happened in the cinema world. I think we're going to do basically like our first rewatchable, but through the experience of the Footloose play. So tomorrow we'll have some students come on, talk about the experience leading up to the Footloose play, the execution of Footloose, and then kind of the haze hanging over everybody. And that was really the last big event before we went out. I think the cheerleaders had won the states like the week before that, but I'll look back at that because that actually would be an interesting rewatchable too, and that we really won the last competition you could do as an athlete in this school year. So maybe we need to have cheerleaders on as well for that. But that's tomorrow. Shout out today for me. I'm going to continue to live in the space of those that kind of see the bigger picture and recognize that the work of frontline workers is of the paramount issue of the day. And then simultaneously to that, all of those people honoring what government officials are asking related to social distancing and wearing masks. Everybody that's kind of taking this whole thing really seriously and understanding the really broad issue and continuing to prioritize that in their head each and every step that they're taking as people in 2020. So very broad shout out today, but that's mine. Joe.
My shout out will be similar. All healthcare workers. I'm sporting my Northwell gear today. I have a lot of family members that work in the Northwell system, and they're working in hospitals, and they're on the front lines, either as nurses, doctors, and just helping people through this. And the stories they have are pretty nuts. But You know, the good news is they're protecting themselves. They're still healthy, and they're helping others make it through as well. So thank you.
Nice. Joy.
I want to give a shout out, first of all, to all of the cadets at the Air Force Academy who are having their final exams this week. My son is diligently working on his final exams, along with the other kids who are socially distancing from the academy. I want to say a big shout out to all of our high school alum who are kind of in flux right now with their summer plans. We're thinking about you all, and just a big shout out to our seniors, and just keep the faith. We're moving along, and this will be special for you guys. So thanks everybody for your support.
Christy, go for it.
I'm going to give a big shout out to all the people that are returning to work. Just a reminder, just stay safe, and we're really looking to move in the right direction here. I'm also going to give a shout out to my niece and goddaughter, Alexa, who is turning 5, and we really wish we could be with her to celebrate.
Happy birthday, Alexa. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful day. We will see you tomorrow morning again with our version of the rewatchables for Footloose. Looking forward to it, everybody. Peace out.